This is unbelievable. I guess it's believable, but it's shocking. I don't know how I didn't suspect this. We totally missed why Trump was saying what he was saying in the clips that I'm about to show you. Let's start with one from an interview. You might start to pick up on what I'm getting to, but just hold, okay? Because the context is so important. During the campaign, Trump said this, a baseless allegation against Vice President Harris. And now we have a bombshell story proving, again, what I had just totally missed as to why he kept bringing this up. And the answer might surprise you, as local news station might do. While you watch this, please do click the subscribe button.
That's another thing. Kamala doesn't do any shows. She doesn't do interviews. She doesn't talk to people. She doesn't do anything like that. And that's not fair to the public because they don't know what they're getting. But they saw last night what they had. They had a rigged show with somebody that maybe even had the answers. I mean, I'll be honest. I watched her talk. And I said, she seems awfully familiar with the questions, and you get pretty good at that stuff after a while. But when I saw how totally rigged that was,
So that was after the debate, and it was just sort of what? And I should have. I wish I had predicted it, but it totally. What do you think? If you haven't seen this, guess. What do you think the reason that's so wild is? He also said it at rallies.
She can't talk. She can't talk without maybe getting the answers. What's the story with that? Did she get the questions? Do you think? So I hear she got the questions, and I also heard she had something in the ear, a little something.
So totally wrong. Nothing in her ear. She didn't have the questions ahead of time. The fake whistleblower story was exposed. So he was saying that right out of his rear end. And to me, he was lying so much at that point in time that I didn't think too much of it. But what do we always say? What has been pointed out about people like Trump so often? Allegations are confessions. And so what it was that I had missed was that he was accidentally letting out a little indication that we should dig and see if he had been getting questions ahead of time. Not to that debate, but in times gone by. Stunning. Mediaite reports Trump was fed questions by Fox News employee ahead of high-profile town hall. This was before the debate. So he gets the questions ahead of time for a town hall he's doing, which is a big no-no. And normally at the beginning of these sort of town hall, they say explicitly, we thought of the questions ourselves and they have not been shared with the candidate. Trump gets them. That helps you. You can imagine if you're going to be asked questions, you know ahead of time, you can know exactly how you're going to answer them, which for Trump is easy because it's all going to be, they're coming from jails. But he then goes on to be defeated by Vice President Harris in the debate. The fact that debate and all the other factors didn't lead to Harris actually winning the election is really ridiculous, but she performed better in the debate, okay? Even a lot of nonpartisan observers would admit that. And so what does he do? She must have gotten the questions. To which Harris responds, I wouldn't need that. You kind of, at such a debate, you kind of know the general topics they're going to ask. You should have prepped an immigration thing, an economy thing. It's not something that we've seen Harris, ever show a sign of being interested in or being willing to do or being ethically okay with. But the reason Trump was saying that in interviews, the reason he was saying it in rallies was because he had a guilty conscience and because he was accusing her of what he would do, not what she would do, what he would do. President-elect Donald Trump benefited from a Fox News employee leaking the questions anchors Brett Baer and Martha McCallum planned to ask him during a high-profile town hall last January. The weird thing is I remember watching that town hall and I'm trying to, we didn't pull up the footage, but I feel like I remember at the beginning, one of them making a point of saying, maybe I'm getting one mixed up, but at one of his town halls during this stretch of time, someone said explicitly, and we came up with these ourselves and they've not been shared, because that's like a typical thing. So that you tell people this isn't a prepped thing. That kind of ruins the point of a town hall, just seeing how they can answer questions off the cuff. And this is coming from a book, Revenge, the Inside Story of Trump's Return to Power. Why didn't they tell us this earlier? It's so aggravating. Oh, because I want to sell a book. And this is being alleged. While the then candidate's team was still peeved at Fox, whose coverage they continued to find antagonistic, Trump himself had a good relationship with Blair, and they were golf buddies and wanted to do a sit down. About 30 minutes before the town hall was due to start, a senior aide started getting text messages from a person on the inside at Fox. Holy smokes, the team thought. They were images of all the questions Trump would be asked and the planned follow-ups. Down to the exact wording. Jackpot. This was like a student getting a peek at the test before the exam started. But Trump was displeased. The leak revealed that Baer and McCallum planned to ask Trump if he would divest from his businesses. Oh my gosh. When I first read this, but Trump was displeased, I thought, did he? From what I know about Trump, he would not do anything to prevent unethical behavior. He loves it. He bathes in unethical behavior. But maybe he said, no, don't show them to me. I'm displeased. Nope. He's displeased because it revealed what they would ask him, being him divesting from his businesses. And if he disavowed political violence. And if he's really going to focus on retribution. Trump was pissed and felt like a tax designed to put him on the defense. Yet with the questions in hand, his team was able to prepare for the aggressive lines of questioning. This reporter attributed his reporting to multiple people with direct knowledge. A spokesperson for Fox responded to the allegation with the following statement. While we do not have any evidence of this occurring, and Alex Eisenstadt has conveniently refused to release the images for fact-checking, we take these matters very seriously and plan to investigate should there prove to be a breach within the network. Okay. Wow. This is something. So it's being alleged by a reporter with inside sources, but it's still just being alleged. But I totally believe it because this is totally in line with Trump's character. I'm going to be honest. This is not me going, oh, look at how moral I would be. I'm being dead serious. If for no other reason, because of the scandal it could cause and the ethics of it, but even just by itself, the scandal that this leaking could cause. Now we're going to doubt every other town hall, every other debate you've ever done. If a staff member went, Mr. Beasley, someone sent us the questions. I would say, hey, somebody get a reporter. Come here. They sent it. I'm denying to look at it. I'm not going to look at it. And then it's a positive story for you. But no, Trump says, show me. Oh, how dare they? But then he gets to prepare. He may have stumbled in the answers even worse than he did on the more confrontational ones if it weren't for this. So that's why he was bringing it up. One little thing to leave you on a positive note. As many of you know, we put out in the days in between like the 27th, I think, or 8th of December to the end of New Year's Eve, so the shift over to 2025, just an announcement that I was raising money for the Miracle Foundation in honor of my mother's birthday. That's her life mission, is supporting children in the foster care system. And like in just a few hours, we raised $100,000. So then we raised the goal and we, got to $200,000 before New Year's Day, which is going to support 504 children in the foster care system. You all are amazing. Thank you so much. I know I've said it before, but I just wanted to pull up this, Shane. You can show the map of all 50 states from our audience. People donated from all 50 states. And I've never seen such a visual representation of just the love and support and the audience and how much you care. And it's so spectacular. And so you can see here, 28,000 from people who live in California, 12,000 from Texas, almost 10,000 in Florida, and all these different, Alaska, Hawaii, all 50 states. And it's so cool to see, and again, visually, our audience represented. And I just cannot thank you enough. It's so special. The help that's going to manifest, what that's going to mean in the lives of people, in the lives of children who deserve the support, and what it means about all of you and your hearts. And just seeing the audience spread out across the country like that is so dang cool. Thank you all so very much. So that's a much more positive thing than Trump cheating at his town hall. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. Support the show if you want to get the members only bonus show by clicking that join button below.